selection and not compression. What we're saying there is that we don't want to have a bunch of things, right, and put them all together in a check the cover or check with me front or blitz the formation thing and say, hey, because our call list is maybe 8 or 9 or 10 and not 20 or 30, but there's still 20 or 30 in there, right? And so we've kind of taken it off of us and put it on to them. And so not really looking to turn that way, but more so, right, to keep it simple enough so that the player can grow and the player can take over the game. And so when the call comes in, right, both feet are in the ground and there is right away an anticipation of, hey, this call is called for this. This defensive call is called for this. Offensively, they're in this formation. The tight end's near the line. He's off the ball, but he's near the line of scrimmage. He's in a highway alignment. The back is offset near. These are the runs. Hey, the back is offset away. The tight end's off the ball, but he's off the ball further. He's in a relay alignment. Hey, these are the plays. You know, to get it to that part where there's an ownership and there's a craftsmanship that comes from players. You know, I think we have to be able to pick defenses we're going with and then discard the ones that we're not. So selection, not compression. Okay, change the math has been, for me, something that's been since the beginning. And so it's a game of 11 on 11. The person with the most at the point of attack is going to win. Right? We can do that with kind of what we've talked about, the awareness and effort and energy and block destruction and all of that, okay, fundamentals. But then we also can do that with scheme, okay, and try to get 2-for-1s and try to cut a play off and to fill and to fold, right, to try to take advantage of a protection, to show one thing and get into another. And so the balance of all that is something that we're always working for. But we want to be able to change the math, and so it looks like it's a game of even numbers or minus numbers, and we get +1 at the point, right? And then that umbrella concept, the idea there is that I can play a gap and a half. I have a primary gap and I have a secondary gap, right? And so if my gap is being threatened, I'm going to get big in my gap, 2-to-1. Right? And as I get my lockout, my inside foot's up, my power foot is in the ground, right? I'm playing my primary gap. But generally, if we look like this, the ball carrier is not going to go in this space. So you get the umbrella concept of going a gap and a half, right? And working, when the ball works away from your gap, you assisting